You're listening to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon, presented by 92.9 Tom FM, an iHeart radio station.
What's up, guys? It is Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon, and I, of course, am Kyle McMahon, last time I checked anyway. So it is episode 25. I cannot believe it. And we have a very, very, very special episode for you. I attended Firefly Music Festival last weekend. It was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was absolutely incredible. It's in Dover, Delaware. It is a crazy awesome experience. They've got so many amazing acts over multiple stages. Post Malone was there, Tyler the Creator, DJ Snake. I mean, so many awesome artists. And I got to interview a bunch of them just for you. I am so excited to share these interviews with you. In fact, I have so many interviews that they can't all be contained in this one episode. So we're going to spread it out over a couple of episodes. Also, you guys have got to go to Firefly next year. It is a absolutely insane experience. They've got incredible food. They have all these like cool experiences. Like they have this nook. It's called the Nook. And you go in there, it's all in shade, like nestled in the trees. And they have like hammocks, and you can check out books for free. They have like little books or, regular books you can read. And it's just a really chill place. I loved it. They've got swings in there. I mean, and all kinds of different experiences. I went to Saved by the Max, which is a pop-up of Saved by the Bell. It is literally an exact replica of the Max from Saved by the Bell. And the food was so good. It was just, I'm telling you, the entire experience was incredible. So in any event, I have interviews for you. Today, I have Max. I love Max and Lovely the Band and Max Frost and Adam Kahati and Walk the Moon. I mean, these guys, I can't wait for you to see them. You can also see the videos on our socials at KMac Music on Instagram. I have some IGTV videos up there for you. And at KMac Music on Twitter, and of course at Real Kyle McMahon on Facebook. You can also see them on 92.9 Tom FM's Facebook. Just head on over there, click on videos, and you can see video interviews of all the artists that I did. All right, so the first interview I have up for you is Walk the Moon. These guys, first of all, are incredible artists. They are awesome performers. People were going crazy during their set. They have a new song called Eat Your Heart Out. I love this song. I love everything Walk the Moon does. And these guys couldn't have been cooler and more fun to interview. So I present to you Walk the Moon live from Firefly 2019. All right, what's up, guys? Kyle here, live from Firefly. I am talking to Walk the Moon. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. So, first of all, I got to start with your new single that just came out, Eat Your Heart Out. I love that song. Tell me about that. Where did that come from?
Man, I was going to say, we're famous for, internally, between the four of us, we're famous for writing lots and lots of songs for records, and that was... that for whatever reason don't make it onto this or that record, and we've had that song in the vault for a long time. It just sometimes it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it makes sense with other songs, and so we were finally just like, we just love the song so much, we need to record it, put it out, whatever.
Love it.
Yeah.
Is that going to be like maybe on the next album?
I think it's possible.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
So one of the things, so we play Shut Up and Dance like all the time, and one of the things I always say on my show is I'll say like excellent life advice from Walk the Moon, and then shut up. And I think it's like great. Sometimes you just need to shut up and dance. Where did that come from for you guys?
It was a true life story, true Hollywood story. In LA, I was at a bar with my girlfriend at the time. And I was really in my head that night. I was like, we actually were in the middle of writing that song and had kind of hit this roadblock. And I was like in line to get a drink and just in a bad mood. And my girlfriend came up to me and she's like, just shut up and dance. Come on, let's go. And I was like, ugh, have to go home immediately and write. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. And did you expect the explosion that song did?
We felt good about it, and we were happy with the song, but I think to say we expected what ended up happening with it would be facetious, It's been really fun to just kind of like go with the flow and see where the song takes us, and we've been super lucky to travel the world and play everywhere, so it's been awesome.
That is awesome. And the thing I love about you guys is you like kind of straddle many genres, you know what I'm saying? Like you can do like arena type rock, like dancey rock pop, like all over. Is that a conscious decision, or?
I really appreciate that. I feel like when a band has a big song, a song that kind of like becomes bigger than anything they've done previously, there's like a bit of an identity crisis that happens. Like we're more than just shut up and dance, Right. So I appreciate that assessment, and Walk the Moon Forever. I think we've kind of made the rule like whatever comes out of us just is by default Walk the Moon, and we happen to like a lot of different types of music, be eclectic when we're making a record, and it's kind of accidental. It's not. We're not going in thinking we're going to make 10 different, drastically different songs, or we're going to go in making a electronic pulse ambient record. Yeah, I don't know. We just go in and make whatever feels good. So.
That's awesome. And how does it feel like to be playing Firefly? Like it's it's an awesome big giant summer festival. Like, what does that feel like?
It's one of our favorites.
Couple hours.
Yeah. We're on 8:15 tonight. We played what I think was the first one in 2012. Yeah. And it's been one of our favorite festivals since then. Awesome. We played again in 2015, and we're thrilled to be back this year. Yeah, it's always great. The energy's incredible.
What is the? I want to swap over here if it's all right. What is the? Am I still good?
It's going to be a really existential,
move in.
Political question.
Good. All right. What is the feeling that you're like getting right now on your way? You got 4 hours or whatever till you're playing. How are you feeling right this moment?
I'm feeling like the coffee I had. I'm going to need another one before stage. No, we're really excited right now. Excited to go see some acts. Hopefully, Licky Lee's up right now. Yeah. I think, yeah. So we got some free time. Check out some acts.
I was just gonna say this is different for us. This is the latest time slot we will have ever had on like a major festival. We're actually playing at night, right, which is a whole new thing that we're experiencing for the first time this year, and that is the coolest. And the fact that the Wi-Fi backstage works, that's incredible. So I'm just feeling very optimistic. Yeah.
So what's a huge geopolitical question that you would ask yourself?
Wait, say that one more time.
What was that? He asked if I had some deep existential, like, geopolitical, in-depth, blah, blah, blah.
Kevin, what happens when we die?
Is that geopolitical? How do I make that geopolitical?
It's just deep.
Yeah. It does happen all over the world. To
all
everyone.
Wow. Yeah, it's getting dark with Walk the Moon. Yeah.
Why is death got to be dark? Death's it's a perfectly natural, beautiful thing. It's
also dark.
Everybody does it.
Everyone does it.
Everyone does it.
I haven't yet.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
Right.
Don't want to practice.
Cherry is still intact.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So for next record, what are you guys thinking?
We're not. I don't know. We don't know what we're
like
thinking.
To think.
We don't like to think.
Yeah, right. As you learned from the last question, we don't really like to think that much.
Like Nick had sort of touched on, we just write a lot of songs when we're thinking about records. This time around, what's nice about sort of the climate of the music industry is I don't think there's an expectation of bands to put out records, like go disappear, write a whole record, come back with a record.
Yeah, do a tour.
And that feels good because it's very in the moment. When we're creating a song, the second you finish the recording process, you could put that song out if you want, and that's refreshing. And that's kind of what we're doing.
That's awesome. And so, any idea of like a date, like 2020, like end of the year?
October 17th, 2076.
I'm gonna put that on my calendar.
A record will be released.
So what for the four of you, what is it like creatively? Like you all, are putting in something to Walk the Moon. What is that? How do you work that out?
Man, it's a great question. We don't freaking know.
You're right. 8 years in.
Yeah, we
still don't know anything.
There's not really a formula.
If anything, it's gotten less clear over the years.
Yeah. Which is great. I think as it's gone on, it's become more and more collaborative, and it's kind of a free for all. I guess anybody is free to submit, just anything to like the Roman Forum that we've got going on. Yeah. So anybody, including you, including all of you, send us song ideas. Can't promise we'll pay you. No. I mean, there's no rules. Traditionally, I'm writing some lyrics and have an idea and come to the band, and the band kind of takes it and we smash it and turn it into something together. But it's happened lots of different ways over the years. And, that's awesome. Yeah.
All right, I am so excited. Walk the Moon live here at Firefly. Can't wait to see you guys in a couple hours. Talk to you soon.
So next, I talk with Shaed. If you don't know about Shaed, you at least know their song Trampoline. It is such a cool, silky, jazzy, catchy, smooth song, and it really blew up when Apple used it in their keynote releasing one of their products. So it's a really, really interesting story that they have, and I'm so glad that they're finding this success. Here's my interview with Shaed.
I'm here at Firefly 2019 live with Shaed. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. Thank you for talking with me.
Oh my gosh, of course.
First of all, I just heard that a couple of days ago, just like 2 days ago, your single went gold. Like literally, I think it was 2 days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What is that like?
It's really, really amazing. We're so blessed and thankful, and just really, really a cool thing for us.
That was crazy. I mean, we knew it was going that way, but it kind of like spiked up there at the end, and always wanted a gold record, and we're just looking forward to hanging in the studio.
Absolutely.
I agree with what he said, yeah.
So you guys have been, your EP was released last year, and it's really become, it started out as a slow burner, and now it's like huge, and I absolutely love it. And it was in the Apple commercial, which was that like a big thing for you guys?
It was crazy. I mean, Apple reached out to us, and this was like months before the commercial came out, and we didn't hear from them after that for a while. Wow. So we just thought, like nothing was going to come of it, and then basically, like, we saw the commercial the day everybody else saw it. Chelsea, you can tell the story of how it happened.
No, we were just live streaming Tim Cook's product unveil, and we're watching it, and they introduced MacBook Air, and then our song was on the commercial, and it was incredible and crazy. Definitely was the kickoff point for all of this, which is so amazing, because people that would have never heard our music before are hearing it internationally, so it was super really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I agree with what they said.
So your EP, Melt, what was that like recording that? Because you had a little bit of a switch, right? Originally, you had a different name, Walking Sticks, is that correct? Okay. And you switched and kind of came up with like a newer sound. Do you think that was important to what has become your success? Go right down. Whatever you guys
Yeah, you start.
I agree. No, I was kidding. No. Well, we started Shaed about 3 years ago, and the Walking Sticks was kind of a project that my brother and I had started that was more folk leaning. And when Chelsea like really joined our group, and we had time to devote all of our energy into a project together, that was kind of when we were, thinking, all right, we should definitely change our name. We were leaning more electronic, and Shaed just felt like a fresh start. And Melt was the second EP we put out as Shaed, and I feel like the right move, and I think it definitely kind of fits the vibe and the music more than the Walking Sticks. So. Yeah, I agree with what he said.
So for your for the Melt EP, have you been touring the entire time since that's come out?
We've been traveling a lot, doing a lot of touring. We've been writing a lot for our album that we're looking to release in the fall. So we've just been, and this summer's been crazy for us. We've been doing so many festivals, so just kind of all over the place, but it's amazing. We're having so much fun. Yeah.
And then for Trampoline, it's like such a unique song in so many ways. I absolutely love it. But for the lyrics, can you explain a little bit about, because it's so deep that I feel like there's so many levels that it could take, and I know what it means for me, but I was wondering what it meant as the songwriters.
Yeah, I think the big kind of message that we wanted to sort of portray is this idea that what we kind of wanted to explore, this concept of what it would be like to embrace your biggest fears instead of run from them, and I think the character in the song is able to do that, and I mean, for us that was just kind of a unique concept that we kind of stumbled on, and the lyrics really started with us watching a video of Max and I on a trampoline as kids. And there was just this grainy, dreamlike quality to it, so that inspired the first line, "I've been having dreams jumping on a trampoline," and we kind of just took that initial lyric and ran with it, and that's kind of how the song was written.
I love that. And then for your next album that you're working on now, what can we expect in regards to the music direction?
One cool thing about the song having some success is we've been able to collaborate with some producers that we've always wanted to. We can't really say any names yet, but we're bringing in a few more people, some outside influences, which is pretty exciting for us. And then just continuing to just evolve as songwriters. We have a home studio, which is super nice because we can just wake up every morning and create. And Melt was the first time we were able to do that, so just continuing down that road of just being able to create whenever the inspiration strikes. So yeah.
Finally, what does it feel like to a few years ago you were playing in DC, and you're based out of DC still, and now you're playing at huge festivals, like Firefly. What does it feel? Does it feel like you're finally validated? Like, people are responding in such an amazing way to the record and to the songs. What does that feel like?
It's pretty special. I mean, yeah, I think we're all just feeling very thankful and just trying to, the way we've got here is just, working hard on music and trying to work on it every day. So I think really, yeah, it's amazing, playing for these big crowds, and I guess we're just, we're loving it. We're loving every second of it.
Awesome. And where can we see you? Are you going to be touring after the EP? I said finally last time, but this is the final.
Yeah, we just announced a big North America tour that's starting in September. So that's been really exciting. We're really stoked about that. We're going to Japan in August, which we're so excited about. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thank you to Shaed. We love them, and we love Firefly 2019. Thanks, guys.
All right. I love Shaed, and that song Trampoline. Oh my, it's so good. I love that song. In any event, up next is Adam Kahati. He is a awesome EDM artist that's really starting to make waves, and he's in a fraternity. So he started out by playing fraternity parties and then has grown to the college circuit and now playing Firefly. So it's a really interesting story. Here's Adam Kahati.
I am here live at Firefly. I'm talking with Adam Kahati. How are you?
I'm great, man. I just played my first set over here, and that was unbelievable.
Yeah. So how, what does it feel like to come off stage from Firefly, killer set?
Unbelievable. That was so much fun. The amount of energy that crowd just had was unbelievable, and my heart's still racing.
Yeah. So we swung by there, and people were going nuts. It was awesome.
it was really like, it was a dream, you know, like just seeing that, like seeing the crowd react like that to like my music, playing some of my original stuff, you know, it was unbelievable.
That's awesome. And this is your first Firefly, right?
Yeah, it's my first Firefly festival, and actually my first festival in the States. I was just I was just studying abroad in Florence, and I played at a Broad Fest in Barcelona. And we just got booked for this like when I was abroad, and my manager told me about it, and I was like, unreal. I'm so stoked to play it, and now here we are.
Right, yeah, that's awesome. So what were you thinking before, like right before you went on stage?
I was thinking, this is real right now. Like I gotta give it all, and you know, and just have a great time, because you know that's what it's all about. Just having a good time, pleasing the fans and everything, and you know, jumping, partying, and you know, that was all of it, man. It was just all jumping around and partying.
So how did you decide on like your set list? Like because it had to have like gone through your head like a million times, right?
Yeah. So actually, when I was prepping this last week, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, what's gonna happen? But right before my set, I was like, you know what? Because I never really prepped sets ever. So
really?
Never. I do always on the spot. So I just totally audibled that whole set and just did everything on the fly. And yeah, because I hate pre playlisting or you know pre-setting a set because you know maybe the crowd's not gonna like it.
Right.
I just went off the crowd and just read it, and that's it. You know, all on the spot.
That would terrify me because I'd be like, I'm like a big pre-planner, but I mean, you're right. Like, what if people aren't feeling a certain like song or whatever? You don't want to like continue with that, you know?
Oh, it's happened before. You know, I play a lot so I go to Maryland and I play a lot of Echo Stage, and you know, it's hard because like when you pre-plan your set and then you see the crowd like not jumping, I'm like, oh God, this is not good. Like I got to change something up now.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of, you know, experience, and then just seeing that they're liking this more than liking that. I'm just gonna play this now, and hopefully I like it, and that's what worked out today. So you know.
So it is interesting that because you still go to Maryland, right?
Yeah,
so like, how are you balancing? It's like dual lives, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you know, it's hard because keeping my studies up and pleasing my parents, and you know, hopefully, you know, don't drop out, you know, continue your schooling. It's a lot because I go to school, study, come home, work on music, and it's that's just a constant cycle. It's study, music, go out, hang out with friends, back to studying, back to music. So it's just a lot of balancing, you know.
And are there a lot of people who like don't understand, like, so you're obviously dedicating a lot of your life to music. I mean, aside from school,
of course.
But are there friends who like don't understand when you're like, yo, like I gotta get this done, blah blah blah?
For sure, you know. So I'm in a fraternity, and I'm always sitting, locking myself in my room, and they come in turn like, yo, Adam, like coming out with us, and I'm like, like I gotta finish this remix today for, you know, so and so. I gotta finish this original, you know, whatever it is. Like, no, come on, like come get a drink, and I'm like, I can't, like I gotta do something. Like, all right, and then they lock out, and then they come back, you know, 4 hours later, I'm sitting in the same spot. I'm like, do you do anything freaking else, bro? Like, what do you do all day? And I'm like, this is what I do all night.
Yeah, but the cool thing is, like, it's dedication like that has gotten you where you are. You know what I mean? I mean, and you could absolutely go get lit with your boys, but you know, you're also giving up a chance at who knows what.
Yeah, you know, it's like, that's always the thing. It's like, what am I missing out right now? But what am I doing? What is it going to take me in the future? So, you know, it's so humbling to be here right now because all the work I have put in, you know, since I started senior year of high school, as you know, I started as a project for my senior year. It was a remix I made and just for fun. And now seeing, you know, senior year project to, you know, playing Firefly, it's so rewarding, and it just motivating me to go more and more, you know.
Yeah. And what do your parents think of this? Like, are they ever like do they get it?
So it's so funny because when I first started, my parents are like, I played piano since I was 4. You know, my dad was a drummer, my sister's a singer, and when I first started, I was way more into sports. I was like, I had piano lessons every week, you know, did all that stuff, was in jazz, was, you know, band in high school and everything. And I was like, this is fine, like whatever. But then my mind opened to more production, and that's really where it took off. I stopped playing all my sports that I used to play, and now my friends make fun of me because like I used to be an athlete, and now, you know, I'm a straight musician, and you know, that's what I do all day. And it's crazy to see where my life has shifted to something totally different that I would have never thought I would have been doing.
Yeah.
You know.
So how do you decide on like what songs that you want to remix or work on or whatever? Like, what is it?
Yeah, so most of the time it will be, I'm just searching on Spotify, iTunes, whatever, wherever I may be, YouTube, and I'll be like, oh, this is a dope song. I would love to, get the stems and just, flip it and just have fun with it. So a lot of time I'll just tell my manager and I'll be like, any shot you think we can get this? And he's like, an email will never hurt. And it's just been like that ever since I started. Like, you think we can get this? And he says, let's try an email. And the amount of cold emails he just sent to managers, that's what's it been. That's what it's been all day, all year, all my musical career, and that's where it starts.
So, like, I guess your fraternity especially, they've got to be lucky to when you throw a party or do dages and stuff. Yeah. They got to be like, all right, we have Adam. You know what I mean? It's not like the local kid.
Exactly. So it's funny because a lot of time they're like, yo, Adam, can you please play this? Can you please play our day drink? Do this. And half of the time it's like, I don't really want to, because I just want to, like I said, I produce every day, and I want to go hang with my boys and that my friends, and you know what, I'm not going to DJ this this party, but sometimes I do, sometimes all right, I'll do it for everyone, and it's unreal. It's so fun. But then the cops come in 10 minutes and all right, I got to turn this off. I'm like, shit, all right.
So how is it speaking of duality with parents and stuff, how is it playing, at your fraternity's party and then coming and playing a festival, or then going and playing a club? You're really starting to be on the come up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's cool because when people come up to me and saying like just before, 10 minutes ago, that was an unreal set, thank you so much. And I love meeting people and interacting with them because I always want to be that humble person, just talking to people and making their day and having a great time. So sitting with the fraternity parties, sometimes I play, they'll come up to me thank you so much for playing that song. I'm like, oh, just for you, I just do it, for myself to have a great time, and then for the crowd to have a great time as well. So it's always just the constant balancing of pleasing myself and having a great time, and then interacting with people, and I'm hoping they're having a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for your original stuff, what are you going to be putting together, a full album? What can we expect?
So coming out hopefully really soon. So all the demos are mostly there. I've been so into songwriting recently. When I started, it wasn't so much songwriting and writing all the lyrics, but now I want to have full control over all my projects. So I will always be writing, train, plane, car, anywhere in my room. I'll just be like, this inspired me, I'm gonna go write a song. I'll write, and then I have to pitch out. We have no budget right now because I'm still, I'm young, and I'll just be like, I'll pitch out to this person. I hit up the DMs and everything. My manager reaches out to people, and we're just like, you think we can get into a session? And for this whole project, it's just been a lot of friends just doing work with friends and having a great time. So it's gonna be 5 to 6 tracks for the first EP. Secret, I'm singing on one of them, which is gonna be pretty cool.
Really?
And it was always a good time because ever since I was little, I wanted to be in a boy band or all that. I was a big punk rock person, emo kind of, all that.
You were emo?
Not emo, but emo pop and everything. I was I love that stuff, and I still do. And I always wanted to be a singer, lead singer and all that. So now singing on one of my songs, it's so cool to see that. And it was all the song I wrote, so it's gonna be great. Can't wait.
What are you nervous about that aspect of your career, incorporating that?
Yeah, I'm super nervous to get it out to everyone because it's gonna be my first original stuff, and I've gotten great feedback from the remixes and everything, but now it's gonna be the first big step to going to the original stuff, right, and saying this is Adam Kahati, this is what I make, this is what I love, I hope you guys enjoy it, here it is.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be cool.
So when do you think we could expect that? Generally, fall or next year?
It's gonna definitely be the fall. Okay. He's the one with all the answers over there. But hopefully November the whole project will be out. Shooting for a single or two this summer. Okay. End of the summer, and then we'll see where it takes from there. And then we got to pitch around, see where it goes, and then from there we're gonna take it.
And what's the flavor? What can we expect sound wise?
Yeah, you could expect a lot of alternative elements because I'm a huge alternative guy as well. Mixed with pop, future house, EDM. It's kind of a whole mixture of all these different things that's influenced me my entire life. Yeah. That's led me to who I am now. So when I sit in the studio and I write and I produce, I'm I'm gonna include this element, and then I'm gonna include that element, and kind of just blend everything together and be this is dope. This is what I want to release, and It's gonna be a mixture of everything. Really.
That's awesome. And so while you're doing that, are you still going to keep doing remixes and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. You know, the remix game is so much fun. I love doing remixes for people, and you know, throwing my name with, you know, another big artist that I admire or, you know, I love. So it's going to be a nice balance, because I haven't put out a song in a while, actually. I think the last song I put out was for Lost Kings, or no, Goldfish, in February, around there, and that was the last song I really put out. And then it's been, since then, just I've been kind of off the grid and, you know, just working on my original stuff. And then from there, I'm going to kind of just see, maybe the remix opportunity comes up. For sure, you know, I'll love to flip a track here and there. Yeah. But for now, it's going to be a lot of just original production.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, and what do you think about, like, so once your EP comes out, do you think you're going to be doing some, like, dates anywhere or what?
Yeah, you mean like touring and everything?
Yeah.
I freaking wish, man. You know, it's going to be cool, you know. I hope this EP really jumpstarts something, and I could, you know, hop on a tour with someone and, you know, support their tour. That would be the goal. That'd be the best thing, you know, come back to Firefly next year, play, you know, other festivals around the country. That'd be unreal. Hopefully that's going to really start everything for the full career, and then see where it takes me.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much for talking to me, Adam. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
He's such a cool guy, and I'm so happy that he is enjoying success. It was cool to talk to him literally right after his performance at Firefly. Like, you could tell he was still pumped. He had all that energy. He's just a great, great guy, and I'm so glad that he got to, you know, tell his story a bit to us. So, next is Lovely the Band, and you know their huge single Broken, and they've got a whole album of great songs, and they're going to be talking about their next album too. Here's my interview with Lovely the Band.
All right, guys, I am live from Firefly. I am talking with Lovely the Band. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for talking to me.
Yeah, of course.
So, couple of questions for you. First of all, how's it feel to play Firefly?
Awesome. It's our first time here. Beautiful setting. In the woodlands, as they say. A lot of treeage.
Some fireflies, maybe.
Fireflies. I haven't seen. I don't think Owl City's playing.
How many times has that joke been made?
Probably every year. 10,000 fire. Maybe probably. I think like 10,000 fireflies.
Oh my god.
So your album is absolutely incredible. Broken, the whole entire album is amazing. We play Broken on the station I'm on all the time, and I always say the reason I relate to it, and I tell our listeners, is because, you know, I love the line, I like that you're broken like me, like we're all broken, and like if we just embrace that, you know, it's I think we'd be all better off. As the songwriters, what was that for you?
The song, I mean, at the time was just kind of like a introspective thing. Turned out to be an introspective thing, because when I was writing it, I didn't really know what it was about until it was done. And I guess it was like you said, like my subconscious telling me, like, yo, you're going through it, but you're good. You'll be all right.
That's awesome. And you have a new song that came out recently. Tell us about that.
Our third single was Maybe I'm Afraid. And that's been cool to see it go where it's gone, and like seeing people connect with it, just like, you know, Broken and These Are My Friends and stuff. And it's kind of taken on a new life as like, you know, because we partnered with Beyond I Do for the music video, and it's kind of taking on this. We did a video of our way to support the LGBTQ community, and it's been really cool that it's kind of taken on a life for people to, like, you know, almost like as a, I don't know, like fans have been taking that song into like a new perspective because of it, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And was that something that you guys, that wasn't really something intended, right? It was just kind of a secondary thing that kind of happened?
Yeah, well, we had the concept for the video, and then once the video was done, we wanted to partner with an organization.
But originally, like when you
wrote the song, no, it was not. And then it just kind of turned out to be.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. And when can we expect new music from you guys?
Hopefully sooner than later. But no, got no time frame on that right now.
Gotcha. And your tour, I believe this is your last date, right?
It's one of the last. Yeah.
Yep.
And then when can we expect you back out on the road?
Hopefully, we got some stuff through the summer, but probably another tour next year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite part of the success of Lovely the Band? I mean, to go, is relative for us. It was relatively quickly. Obviously, for you guys, it wasn't. As quick as it was for us. You know what I'm saying? So, how does that feel to go? To go at all the blood, sweat, and tears you guys have put into the band, and then getting this success. Like, what has that been like for you guys?
It's been wild. I mean, the success has been quick, but also awesome. And I don't know. We're just happy to be doing what we're doing. We're lucky, blessed.
Cool. Is this your first time in Delaware?
No, but our first time at Firefly.
Yeah, first time at Firefly. When was the last time? I forget when we were here for. Okay, yeah, but definitely this is the first big show for sure in Delaware.
Awesome. And what can we look for? I know you're hopefully working on the record, as you said, not too TBD on when it's coming out. What else? What can we look forward to with the new record?
It's more Lovely the Band.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Period.
Yeah, period.
That's great. What are you looking forward to for your show today?
Our show was awesome. It was crazy. Playing here for the first time was awesome. People showed up early, which was cool. And, they couldn't have asked for a better vibe.
Yeah,
beautiful day.
Everybody that I've wanted to see. Back to back to back. How do you think the fans... What do you think the fans' response was to see you guys at like a big festival like this, especially Firefly, where people go crazy for people will travel for their band? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was cool. We like I said, we played early and people showed up, and people seemed to be having a good time. I could hopefully they were, but we had a good time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Lovely the Band. Cannot wait for the new record, which we are really, really looking forward to, and a tour to follow. Thanks, guys.
Those guys are so much fun. I really enjoyed talking with them, and much continued success to them. I'm sure we'll be talking to them in the future. Next up, this is one of my favorite interviews I've ever done. I love this man. His name is Max, and you all know and love his huge song, Lights Down Low. I love everything about this man, from his artistry, his live performances. Everything about him is just incredible. I love Max, and I think you'll love my interview with him.
I am here live at Firefly with the one and only Max. What's up, brother? I am so excited to talk to you.
Delighted to talk to you, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So I have a lot I want to ask you about. I'm going to try to keep it short. First of all, you've had a career for a long time in entertainment, and you were doing Nickelodeon stuff, and then what's really cool was you did a fashion campaign with Madonna, Dolce & Gabbana, right?
Yes,
what was that like? I mean, she's a legend, icon.
Yeah, she's a fun-sized human like myself. That's why I got the campaign. I never really did the modeling thing until she wanted someone to play her son in this thing, and it was unbelievable. I mean, my favorite story from it was that I'm supposed to be learning how to dance from her, and she walks in. I'm being directed to be embarrassed and whatever else, and she looks in my face and she goes, "Why are you making those faces?" And I was like, "I don't know, Madonna. What faces should I make?" And she takes a smile on my back and she lifts me up and she says, "I'll teach you how to dance." And the final part of the story, skipping ahead, was we were out on the street, first time paparazzi and all that stuff I'd ever seen. Next day, my dad gets the paper, and it's showing me and her walking down the street, and it says, "Who's Madonna's new fetus boyfriend?" And that was it.
That's pretty cool, though.
It was super cute, and my parents still have all the clippings and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
I haven't seen her since, but, bye, love you, girlfriend, Madonna. See you soon.
Have you heard her new album, Madam X?
Yeah, I love that, she's Madonna. She's always she's always reinventing herself and having collaborating with new artists. It's sick to see that an artist like that continues to change the boundaries and push them and do her thing.
Absolutely. So speaking of music, your music, man, I absolutely love it. First of all, that voice is nuts.
Thank you, brother.
Your voice is so insane.
I appreciate it.
What do you do? What do you do with that besides sing?
Oh man.
I mean, how do you keep it like in shape? Like, what?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like any athlete. I think that we sometimes I had an injury a little while back, and it's so important for people to realize, like, I don't talk a lot when I'm sometimes after shows, and some people think that's weird, but a lot of times, it's just like when like LeBron hurts himself. You got to make sure that you respect that maybe he doesn't want to like run around and play soccer after a basketball game, But it's weird when people come up to me and I'm a mime and they're like, "Why are you not speaking to me?" And I'm like, "Give me a hug," whatever else. I've learned sign language, which is fun.
Really?
And I have a bunch of little toys and stuff that I use for my voice now, which is fun. It's cool in the vocal community where people are like, "Oh, you got to get this thing. Like this is what like helps," and whatever else. So why am I losing the words? It's a labor of love. That's what I wanted to say.
Gotcha. So the album, first of all, is absolutely incredible, and then you've done some recent singles as well.
Thank you, man.
What has been your favorite part of this whole process?
Man, I love the new one with Quinn, who I know you were just with.
Yeah.
It's been such a fun experience. It's called Love Me Less.
Song.
Thank you, man. And it was the song that I did right after I came out of this like not speaking for 4 months thing, and it was so. It made me fall in love with music again because I was in such a dark place, and it's been beautiful to just wear yellow for the whole album because it like represents hope to me and make sure that hope for other people hopefully is translated, and that's what's great about having this new musical process. It makes me be happy to be alive again.
That's awesome, and that's what great art does. You know what I mean? It really does change lives, whether we know it consciously or not. So, okay, your live shows are absolutely insane. I mean, you're not going and seeing you standing there hanging out singing songs. Like, you are all over the place. You're doing like flips and like, I mean, you're like insane. Why is that so important to you?
Man, I think I've always been so influenced by James Brown and artists that just they leave it on that stage. And I always think, like, if I'm dead tomorrow, I would hope that the last show I played was as much as I could have given, And sometimes I get in trouble because I like try to climb shit and then I'd like fall off, or I have had people catch me, and I've taken some stupid risks, but I still feel like that's the greatest. That's why I'm alive. It makes me feel more alive than anything else besides being with like my family and my wife and stuff. It really is my happy place.
Yeah, that's the thing about you is like just you exude artistry. You know what I mean? Just like, I mean, and every part of you, from your fashion to, your even the way you talk, you just exude art.
Oh, that's so kind of you. Thanks, brother.
I love that, of course.
That's a beautiful compliment.
Thank you very much. So, what you're doing some shows,
yeah,
and then what can we expect after that?
Whole new album, baby.
When is that coming out?
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I got a new song coming out next month. I'm really excited about it. It's called Acid Dreams. I did it with my partner Ryan, who we also have Party Pupils with.
Yeah.
It's the first time that he's produced a Mac song, which has been really cool. He like started, and Pupils is usually way funkier, and this one is like a mix of like sort of the funky style we do with Party Pupils and my more, like soulful thing on the Mac side.
Right.
And when he produced it, I was like, I think this is my next Mac song. Like, so it's sometimes it gets weird when we have the two projects. Like, where does this go? And sometimes he's pissed. He's like, no, I love this song for this, but it's worked out that that's the next one for my thing. And then whole new album. I think it's going to be either later this year or just the very top of next year. And I'm so excited to get it out. I'm just making sure it's perfect and the best I can give to everybody.
And I'm super excited. Are we going to get a tour, please?
Oh, yeah, of course. Right now I'm doing these little tiny shows just to sort of get back in the swing with this new era. It's been nice because we've done a lot of wonderfully, a lot of people at the shows, but it's so nice to be in a room with just like a couple hundred people and just feeling that energy. It really reinvents the wheel for us and gets us back into knowing which songs we want to do for the big one.
That's awesome. And just a couple more because I know you're busy. What inspires you? Who inspires you? What artists? What art? What movies? Like what makes you feel so inspired to write and perform and sing?
Dude, it's amazing when I see artists like Tyler, the Creator. I'm sure so many people have been inspired by him recently, but I love an artist like that who not only reinvents themselves, but commits to it so wholeheartedly that they're not afraid that they'll lose fans or people will be like, oh, this isn't what I fell in love with you for. I think it's so encouraging because sometimes you get in your own little bubble and you wonder like, man, am I going to lose everything I've built because I take this risk? And in the end, like, who gives a f-? If you don't do that, then you're never going to grow or create what could be the best thing. So I love seeing artists like that because it gives all of us more hope that you can keep bettering yourself. And if you're not growing, then you're dying. So we might as well keep growing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, it reminds me of people, and I was telling Quinn this, it reminds me of people like Mike Posner and Tyler, the Creator, that, Posner, just doesn't care. He just released an album, and instead of touring or doing any promotion for it, he's walking across America, which is risky, and it's brave. But you know what? It's like pushing the boundaries of what art can be and how you can get it out to other people and stuff. It's just, I love that you're talking about that, because it's very inspiring.
Oh man, I love Mike and him doing what he's doing. I think it's almost the opposite. He cares so much.
Yeah.
He cares so much that he's like, I'm not feeling fulfilled by just doing the usual thing. And if I don't do this now, then maybe I'll never do it. And I think that's a lesson for all of us. It's like, for Firefly, I rented out a farm for this weekend, and we've been chilling with chickens and eating eggs every morning. And I was like, if I don't do it now, when else am I going to get a farm for Firefly? So that's the way. Just rent that farm for Firefly, walk across the country, live your best life.
There you go, brother. One last question. If you weren't, I've been thinking about this since the interview was scheduled. You, like I said, you exude art and entertainment and performance. I was trying to think, what could I imagine you doing besides this? And I couldn't think of anything. But what would Max Snyder be doing if you were not doing this?
I don't know. I'm such a non-functioning human. I couldn't do anything probably. But I think I do like just going for things, and I think I would want to help other people go for it. I think that's really the only thing I could do, is guiding someone else in doing it and helping them reach their dreams. That's pretty much me. Or a preschool teacher. I love chilling with kids. Or I would work at a rescue shelter because I love dogs, and I just would chill there all day. Yeah. So those are really it. That's it. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do laundry. I can't do that now. So.
No Max Snyder, the banker, or
Nah, he would suck. He would lose all of your money. So don't trust Max Schneider, the banker.
All right, brother. I am really looking forward to the new album, and I will be seeing you on tour. How's it feel to be playing Firefly?
Oh, it's incredible, man. This is the dream. I've been dreaming about this festival.
Crazy.
Thank you so much, man. And yeah, I'm hyped to do one more performance with my boy Quinn 92 later today. It's going to be cute.
Awesome. All right, brother. Thank you, guys. Live from Firefly, the one and only Max.
Don't you just love Max? He's such a cool guy. He's such an artist. I was so hyped to talk to him, and even more hyped to see him perform. I'm telling you, you've got to watch this guy perform. He is insane. Love him. Can't wait for the new album. And his new single, Love Me Less, is killer. I love it. All right. So next up is another Max Frost. He's got that whole, crooner vibe going. I really like him, and he's hysterically funny. So enjoy my interview with Max Frost.
Hey guys, Kyle here, live from Firefly 2019. I am talking to Max Frost. Thank you so much, man, for hanging out with me and talking.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. What's going on? Hello, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So tell me about, first of all, I got to ask this about your set. Yeah. You had the all white audio tape deck, the reel-to-reel or whatever it was. What was that? That's so cool. What inspired you to get that done?
So I used to record on a reel-to-reel tape recorder, and then one day I had this idea of doing playback off of it sometimes. And it's continued to develop, and I finally had a custom one, ginormous one built, and it's extremely heavy and large and difficult to carry around, but it's a big part of the show now. Yeah. And it's kind of like the second band member if it's just me, or the third band member when it's me and a drummer.
Right. Yeah, I thought that was so cool. It was like an iconic piece of your set. So what's it like this is your first time at Firefly, right?
I've been here, but it's one other time, but it was a long time ago.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was just called Sparkfly back then. It was early on. But Tinderfly. Yeah.
Tinderfly, okay. So what's it like playing Firefly?
It's great. I mean, there's so much space. Everyone's in a good mood. It's a well-organized festival. The fans are awesome. People are into it. It's a beautiful place. It's honestly, I haven't done a billion festivals, but I've done my fair share, and this is definitely top of the list for me as one of my favorites.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So when you're doing, because you play sometimes by yourself, sometimes with a couple of other members, what is the difference for you when you're doing that? Meaning, like, they're two essentially different sets. So what are you doing consciously for those two different kind of sets?
For me, the one-man show that I do really was started as a way for me to simplify what I was doing on stage with as far as the number of people, but it allowed me to kind of show a deeper part of myself as an artist who's self-produced and all this stuff. But the only thing that I feel like is holding me back with the one-man show is sometimes I am so busy with my hands and my feet and playing drums and playing keys and running around that I'm not as able to focus on the audience as much. So when I'm outdoors like this and it's daytime and it's a big stage, I much prefer to have the drummer so that I'm able to kind of free myself up, give it a little bit more of a live feel, and be out there with the audience more, connecting with them. So.
Oh, you're good. And which brings up a great segue into my next question, which is your show is very kinetic, like very high energy. Like, so why is that so important to you as an artist?
I think it reflects my music. I have my fair amount of ballad-ish tunes, but I'm personally always more into music that's kinetic. And when I go to see someone play, I don't want to see them stare at their shoes, and I want to kind of be the cheerleader for the audience to the soundtrack of the stuff I've made. And it's more fun for me as a performer too, because you get the adrenaline going, you get the blood flowing, and it's kind of like a therapeutic, especially early like this when everyone's still really hungover, and I know they're coming in from Friday. I feel like the preacher out there who's like, it's gonna be okay, come forward to the stage and I'll bring it out of you. And I'm just pulling out the hangover juice, I'm getting them sweating, I'm getting them going. I'm like, let's go, you're gonna be okay, just move with me and we'll be all right.
Right, I love that. So what's next for you after Firefly? What are your plans? Firefly, what are your...
After Sparkfly, I'm going to be going on my second leg of the Gold Rush tour. That's going to start in July. That's going to take me all the way out to Lollapalooza. Probably not really supposed to talk about festivals like that when we're talking about this, but I don't care. If you're there, come and see me. Not sorry.
They've already bought their tickets here anyways.
Yeah, hey, if you bought your ticket here, too late, by the way. No. Right. And after that, I'll be opening for Rob Thomas for a while, which is cool. I'm a really big fan of him, so I'm excited about that. And catch me out there. I'll be around.
And before you go, I want to ask about your album. It's such a fresh take on the genre that you do. Where is that coming from for you as an artist?
I just knew I needed a new slate. I was in Austin. I'm from Austin. I knew I needed a new way to create, and I got out of my home city. I started everything over. I literally just hopped in a van, went to the West Coast, started over. I locked down a crew of people, and I just knew that I wanted to search for songs that were honest, that still felt true to me and the music I'd made in the past, but that felt like I was actually breaching something new, and I hope I succeeded with that. And it's awesome to be here and seeing fans knowing every word of the new songs. And I don't know, I guess I was just kind of looking to find something that felt even a little bit more uncomfortably honest and revealing than the stuff I'd done before, and hopefully is what I can continue to do.
That's awesome. And one thing that I thought was really interesting about your backstory is that it was at a festival that 2 years worth of songs were stolen from you. And from what I understand, you were ready to be like, forget music. And then it was 2 or 3 days later that something pretty special happened?
Yeah, it was crazy. I still will never understand what the universe was trying to tell me with that one. It was just it was like a April. It was nowhere near April, but it was like, actually, was it near April? I never thought about that. Was that the cruelest April Fool's joke the universe ever played on anybody? Literally all the music I'd ever made on a hard drive and on a computer was stolen. It's somewhere out there. If you're still out there and you're watching this, go F yourself. No. No, but seriously, you suck. No. I had released some of these tunes, and the stuff got stolen, and I was literally like, okay, this is a sign. I'm going to go back to school. This is it. I'm not like I was going to quit music, but I was like, it's time for me to go back to school, and then literally a couple of days later, like, this blog picked up a song I had out called White Lies that I tweeted out on my Twitter of 300 followers, and no one even said anything or did anything, and then this blog called Pigeons and Planes picked it up, and it created this whole moment, and that's kind of how I got through the door. It's how my whole career started. It was the spark to my Firefly. Yeah.
That is awesome. So what I love about that is that I truly believe in, no matter what you call it, universe, God, whatever it is, that there is some kind of order to things, whether we understand them or not. And I love that, I couldn't imagine having my life's work stolen and then a couple days later, like, you know, being at the point where you're like, wow, this is crazy, and then it sparked.
Well, you know, I have to say, as a Scientologist, you know, I'm just kidding. I'm not.
I was like, oh.
How weird of a turn can we take it? No, it's just one of those things. But that's life, you know. Right when it's at least forever instilled in me a belief that no matter how far the chips go down, like, just keep that little ember burning, because you never know, you know. You never know.
I love that. So, tour coming up soon.
Can't wait.
Firefly, you'll be coming around. I think you're coming around these parts again. So I'm excited to come see you. Oh, how long was I doing that? Tour coming soon. I'm excited to see you again. And within the new record,
it's called To Be Determined, and is on its way. It's brewing.
Okay. We don't know what it's called, when.
I just released an album, man. Cut me a break.
I know, but I'm like ready for more.
I don't know yet. I'm working on it. Yeah.
All right, cool. And you're gonna tour and all that stuff for that too.
100%.
Awesome.
Catch me 2021, dates pending in like a year.
Can we get the 2022 ones like etched in now too?
What I'm gonna start doing is releasing tours 4 years out. The venues are like gone. There's like natural disasters between the time that I'm supposed to play the show and it's like political landscapes have shifted.
Right. I love it. Thank you, Max Frost. Thank you for talking to me, brother. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Kyle. See you guys soon.
Awesome guy, and he's doing some dates right now with Rob Thomas, which is like a awesome combination of artists. So there's your first set of Firefly interviews. I have a whole bunch more coming your way. In next episode of Pop Culture Weekly, we're going to have to end up doing, you know, probably 2 episodes in 1 week to get all this stuff out. And we have so much cool stuff lined up for you. I don't want you to miss any of it. As always, please share us, like us, subscribe, rate and review us. Seriously, rating and review us really helps the podcast to grow, and it has been growing every week, and it is all due to you guys being so awesome. And I seriously can't thank you enough for listening and all your tweets and your emails and your messages. It is what drives this show each and every week. I thank you all. Of course, you can find us at Pop Culture Pod CA on Twitter, Pop Culture Weekly on Facebook, and I'm at KMac Music on Instagram, Facebook, and at KMac Music on Instagram and Twitter, at Real Kyle McMahon on Facebook. See you next week. Thank you for hanging out with me.
You're listening to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon, presented by 92.9 Tom FM, an iHeart radio station.
It's Firefly, it's Firefly.